Dear participants, Namaskar. Myself, Dr. N. Rawat, Faculty in Sociology, currently associated with Department of Sociology and Social Work, Dr. Hari Singh Gaur Vishwavidyalaya, Sagar, Madhya Pradesh. I have to deal with the topic PRI's Decentralization of Power and Functions of Unit 7. Friends, in earlier lecture, Constitution, Structure and Function of PRIs was dealt. In this part of lecture, we will deal with rural governance and developmental concerns in context of Panchayati Raj institutions, I mean PRIs. This lecture concern with the applicable parts of PRIs and grassroots realities of PRIs in contrast to its principle. Broadly, the lecture can be divided into three major sections with introduction, level of participation in PRIs, phases of political participation and developmental concerns, and finally conclusion. Villagers have different perceptions about why people join politics. About half of the rural people have clear view of politics and the remaining half have diverse view, like some say that people join politics to earn money. For some it stand for power and prestige and opportunity to do village works, to oblige friends and followers, to monitor governmental activities and so on. In context of political party affiliation, more than 25% and in context of political party affiliation, more than 25% had no clear view. The remaining had strong opinions, like they found themselves closer to either Congress or Bharatiya Janata Party, I mean BJP, depending upon their historical association with the party. Few of them were found opportunities because they are with those who provide them liquor and money as inducements at the time of election. Villagers exercised their franchise right, but the level of their participation in casting vote is decreased when we move from panchayat election to parliamentary election. This reflects that rural people have political affiliation, but if here is personal touch by candidate or his/her representative. Villagers also opined about functions and merits and demerits of politicians working at different level. For them, politicians never visit their constituency after election and they are indifferent about village matters during pre and post election period. A majority of them had perception that politicians only want to earn money by getting the post, but beside such a view, they also found little development in their village due to institutional interventions. Although villagers have little affirmative view about politicians, but they cast their vote. Looking at the knowledge about political issues and events, it was found that negligible person know their chief minister and prime minister. Likewise, the level of their participation in election, they are much familiar with panchayat level representatives. Friends, 73rd Constitutional Amendment was a step towards rural people political inclusion at local level. Government which has increased their political participation and awareness at some sort. After the enactment of this act, when the first panchayat election was held in 1995, rural communities were not found enthusiastic for political system since they were unfamiliar with the newly established system and they did not have any expectation of their status improvement since they had experienced so many governmental schemes and programs. Those were started with enthusiasm but achieved very little as per the desired target. The important provision that played an important role for drastic change in political system of the country in political system were provision of reservation in election based on both gender and community. On one hand, the reservation of seats in constituencies and panchayat put the politically strong person out from the competition of election. It created atmosphere for villagers to enter into the political system on the other. Rural person came in front as a contesting candidate, whether willing or by motivation of other due to compulsion of reserved seats. Rural people who were having little improved status, especially those who were in government jobs like teachers, peon, clerk and postmen etc. and were aware about the system adopted positive view and nominated their family members as contesting candidate and extended social and economical support for election. It may be taken as first sphere or phase from 1995 to 2000 of rural political participation, where they interact into political system due to motivation not by any of their personal benefit. In the second sphere or phase from 2000 to 2005, those who were participated earlier with the motivation or compulsion had become much aware with the system and they contested again, but that time not by any motivation, rather due to their self-interest and aspiration. The reason behind emerging of their self-interest was that they become a part of power structure with improved their social and political status within the community. The elected representatives of Gram Panchayat thought that they had got a special position in their community by winning election, but if they did not contest again, they would lose their identity and reputation in their community. Those people who had closely witnessed the improved itself and status of elected representatives of their own community got affectionate to that improved socio-economic status and came forward as contestant in the next election with aspiration to be benefited social and economically after winning election. There are so many examples have been witnessed where two members of same community contested for same political position, resulting into conflict among them, which was further sorted out within the interference of all members of community with the decision that there would be rotation between those members to contested in election. Competition amongst them for the political post, replication that time they had understood the importance of power in political structure, which was an outcome of their exposure and administrative offices and interaction with governmental officers. The presenting they felt by unfurling flag in schools and gram panchayats in the occasion of national festivals, an opportunity to express their view from platform which they got due to their political position. However, they were participating in election but not as politician in real sense. Individualism was not visible among them at this phase due to close affinity with customary laws and traditional panchayats. The third sphere or phase of 73rd constitutional amendment can be taken from 2005 onwards, in which rural political behavior seems to be like urban at some sort. It means they become member of political system and they not only learn political culture of the country but also adopted it. Now, the election process among them were not in the impact of their traditional panchayat decisions, and advice of the senior most persons of the community seemed irrelevant, and rural people participation in election as per their personal interest and benefits. They became more ambitious for political power, especially for the post of Sarpanch. Now, they started campaigning while election and face-to-face interaction with voters, which was found negligible in earlier two spheres. In this phase, villagers contestant promised voters to help them in making their employment card and ration card and to do favor them after winning election, and also made announcement to promote developmental work in the village like construction of roads, hospital, schools, etc. within the village. Participation of elected representatives in the proceeding of Gram Sabha was symbolic in the beginning phase of 73rd Amendment. They participated in the Gram Sabha proceedings since they thought that it was compulsory for elected members, so they made their presence without any proposals and opinions. Sometimes they sent any of the family member to attend the proceeding, and Panchayat Sachiv or Panchayat Secretary conducted the proceeding without any objection, opinion or proposal by the elected members like Sarpanch or Panch, nor for the villagers' part. They did not realize the autonomy of the Gram Panchayat and treated it was governmental institution where they had to follow the instruction given by the Panchayat Sachiv. So, they accepted any proposal without any protest. In this sphere, they were not aware with the priority of Gram Panchayats towards community and village development. Community health center, government hospital and government schools etc. situated within the periphery of Gram Panchayat were treated as autonomous body, and it was perceived that Gram Panchayat had no role in its betterment, so villagers did not debate on the issues of its management and quality improvement. Albeit, they extend their consents to decision related to these institutions by signing the paper. They signed any document only to confirm their presence. In the second phase, participation in Gram Sabha shifted from symbiotic to active. They now started putting their view on the matters related to village and community development, since they gained some knowledge with symbiotic participation in previous phase, and they also had developed interest on developmental issues. They actively participated in the Gram Sabha, and Panchayat representative started framing the agendas that had to be put in Gram Sabha for discussion. A broad discussion was carried on the developmental issues while organized Gram Sabha, and villagers put their views on pros and cons of the proposal. The proposals on construction of road in the village, views on schemes for agriculture development and issues related to Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, etc. were then put up by the Sarpanch instead of Panchayat Sachiv. In this phase, women Sarpanch or Panch participated in the proceedings which were earlier participated by her husband or any male member of the family on her behalf. Albeit, views of women representatives were indirectly governed by male members of their family, but they put those views themselves and showed their physical presence in proceeding and sometimes put their own view. Villagers showed their interest towards infrastructural development in the village and proposed for measures for its actualization. In this way, rural people actively participated in Gram Sabha proceedings from second phase, which was continued to third phase of implementation of 73rd Constitutional Amendment. The main objective of the Panchayati Raj institution is decentralization of power and ensure the participation of local people in management of developmental work within the Panchayat. It means mere presence without active participation of Panchayat representatives and local people can be taken as success of this model of development as long as they cannot actively participate. The beginning phase was lacking in actual participation of local people and their elected representatives, rather they agreed with the proposals put up by Panchayat Sachiv on behalf of Janpad Panchayat or Jila Panchayat without any query or objection. Therefore, their participation was nominal at this stage, but in the second phase they started interfering in the decision making process. They became more possessive towards development works like management of local resources and resolution of local problems. Their role in decision making process was clear in the third phase, and elected representatives played an important role in decision making in the matter of village development and resolution of local problems. Gradually, the awareness of rural people towards PRIs increased and their exposure to governmental representatives and offices raised their confidence level, which developed their personality. Once who was shy by nature and behaved like yes man was become argumentative in matter of village development. The process of awareness began from individual level and culminated into community level awareness. Conclusively, it can be said that 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act played an important role in rural political inclusion and made the concept of local self-government true, but political accountability among rural people is still a dream at some sort. Exposure, training and orientation for political system should be given to rural for their political inclusion. The political scenario of the Gram Panchayat reflect the situation of the political apathy and indifferences on the part of villagers even when the local leadership is in the hands of local rural leaders. So far as Gram and Panchayat and its functioning is concerned, it is almost a government department for them to actualize the scheme into action. Gram Sabha is essential for functioning of PRI, but it is rarely held. Friends, the dreams of 73rd Amendment is going to be true, but it will take time since social change is always slow. Thank you. Thanks.